Alright, we got one more example of solving equations with fractions. Now this one actually looks a little bit easier, but students tend to get problems when they see this. In this particular, it's because we have 5t minus 9, but the whole thing is being divided by 3. So I actually have two terms here being divided by 3, and that's equal to 11/5. So my goal, how do I correctly get t by itself in this case, using correct order of operations and keeping all my algebra good? Well, if I do my fraction stuff, we can see I'm dividing by 3 and I'm dividing by 5. So I'd be inclined to say, yeah, let's multiply both sides by 15 because that's going to cancel out, everything will divide out nicely. Alright, so to do this correctly, the right side is pretty easy. I can see 15 divided by 5 is just going to equal 3, and then that 3 times the 11 is going to be 33. So that part's not a big deal to deal with. But how do I correctly deal with all this stuff? So I've got 15. Might help to write it as 15 over 1. So I'm dealing with my fractions here. And it also might help to think about all this as one quantity. I'm dividing that 3 is dividing all of this stuff. So at this point, I can go ahead and think, well, before I multiply that 15 and distribute, I can actually divide by 3 and simplify the 15 divided by 3 first to get 5. So that turns into 5 times everything that's left, 5t plus minus 9. Okay, one of those mistakes I see students do is they want to do that 15 times 5 and then the 15 minus 9, and then they divide it with the 3. So they try and hit all 3 terms top and bottom, but yeah, the 15 can divide out with that 3 in this case first, simplifying, and then I can go ahead and distribute it through. All right, let's do that. 15, 5 times 5t is 25t, minus 5 times 9 is 45, equals 33. I want to isolate t, so let's add 45 to both sides. So we've got 25 times t is equal to 78. Divide both sides by 25. And t is equal to 78 25ths. I always like mixed numbers. Putting things as mixed numbers makes sense to me more than a big improper fraction. 25 goes into 78 3 times, which is 75, so then there's 3 left over. So there is my solution. T is 3 and 3/25.